Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot, back with another general reading. This is a reading for Taurus. This is a general reading, so you could be a cross watcher for Taurus, or it could be somewhere, a placement in your chart. This could be low vibrational, high vibrational Taurus. All right. This could be past, present, or future situations. Only you know your testimony. Only you know your journey. You know what I'm saying? Only take what resonates, leave the rest. The entire reading, Taurus, may not resonate with you. Maybe some other reader, at this time, take it how it resonates, all right? Don't make something fit that doesn't. Use your own intuition and discernment when it comes to general readings, all right? If something is unbeknownst to you, if I mention that, it may be something unbeknownst to you. Make sure you counsel with your spirit team, your spirit guides on whatever part of the reading that is, to get the signs that you need to validate whether that is pertaining to you in your story. All right, so let's get right into it. I pulled a few cards already in a pre-shuffle. So the first card out is wish I could call you right now. Man or woman, somebody wish they could call you right now. Why? I feel like it's got something to do with them, still feeling that type of connection between you and them, wherever they used to, whatever those conversations used to be like, whatever the energy used to be like between you and them, whenever, when they came to talking, the energy that you hold, combined or whatever, like whatever they got from your conversations or just being in your energy, they miss that. It may be, your confidence, your humor, you know what I'm saying? Or just the fact that they could be themselves, or they could, they can talk about whatever, unbiased, is what I'm getting. You could be unbiased. They could be something about the energy of those conversations. And they could have something they want to share with you if it's something good going on with them, or they just didn't had, moments where they could talk to you pretty much about anything for hours on end. Okay? Could be in your third house or have life path 3. Could be significant. You could be in your third house. Third house talks about someone positive, lively, creative, and embraces your artistic side. It also talks about seeking that boost of optimism, happiness, joy in your life. So you could be, on your spiritual journey. Don't have to be, but it could be those moments where you improvising or like applying that optimism in things, like where you doing things now that you want to keep building on your happiness, keep building towards your joy. I'm finding those things that bring you bliss. You could have life path 3, where you're exceptionally creative and expressive, natural in the arts, your wit and charm, and the life of the party, where discipline is the key to unlocking and releasing these talents. So for some of you, Taurus, you could have a lot of talents. You could have a lot more talents, still locked, that needs to be released. But being out, being open, being around, like-minded people and enjoying yourself helps you unlock those talents. All right. So you may still be exploring things and finding out things that you are liking, that brings you happiness. You know what I'm saying? Next card, opening your heart to new love, came out in reverse. So it could be something in the past, may have happened, or you may have closed your heart off to something, maybe that some type of tragedy or tower or something like that may have found you where you're not opening your heart to new love at this time, or it's something that happened then that had your heart kind of closed off. Okay, especially when it comes to new love. So you could be releasing that. You could be getting over that, or getting, slowly coming out of that moment or that mindset. But opening your heart to new love is in reverse. So it could be something that you're putting on the back burner right now. You're just taking a break. You could not be looking for love, but 9 times out of 10 Taurus, that's when you find it. That's when it finds you. All right, next card. Paid one of your family members to reach out to you for me. They lied to me. They paid somebody to reach out to you, give a message to you, and this family member lied. They could be a family member that you haven't talked to. This could be family members that you have had no, personal conversations with, as far as them knowing, what somebody that may be asking about you wants to know. So they could have made some things up because you don't talk to them. You may not tell them much about your personal life or like what's going on, who you talking to. Um, if you have any interest in anybody, if you anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing anything new, have you brought them up where you are right now, things like that. Like there's some curiosity questions, but it's like somebody paid one of your family members to reach out to you. Like they gave them a little something or did something for them, in a form of payment. Like I do this for you, you do this for me. You know, so they may have asked this person for a favor and they did it, in hopes that they would, get them some information or get them, get a message, across to you, but they lied to them. They either told them that you weren't looking for new love, you wasn't interested in anybody, you were with somebody already or something like that. All right. But let's clarify. I wish I could call you right now. Messages for Taurus. Who is this that wish to call Taurus right now? Wish I could call you right now. Who is this? What's this about? Messages for Taurus. Who is this wish they can call Taurus right now? Who is this? That's too many. Whoever this is, that could be somebody that had like commitment issues. Like it could have been some issues between, you and them when it came to like some trouble, something that may have, came between you and them. They got in the way of you and them like coming together, working together. You know what I'm saying? Could have been some conflict that may have came up or like some poor motivation. Like one person may not have been as motivated as the other person. And that alone, may have caused, some type of imbalance between you and them with the temperance at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Like somebody could have felt like, they overly indulged in something or they, were using other things, in a low vibrational kind of way to like self heal. You know what I'm saying? Like something that, ended up being them being reckless in a situation, like inconsiderate. Wish I could call you right now, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wish I could call you right now. What do they want? What do they want to talk to my Tauruses about? What's going on with this? Wish I could call you right now. What is this about? This could be somebody, that was supposed to, wasn't, may have been in some type of collaboration with them that wasn't working out. Something that it was an imbalance between you and another person. Like something was off. What do they wish they could, call Taurus and say? What do they want to talk about? Why do they wish they can call Taurus right now? Why do they wish they could call Taurus right now? Yeah, so I'm telling you, somebody got some curiosity questions. Because they don't know what's going on. Like the Ace of Swords is in reverse. Like somebody, feel like this is a missed opportunity. Like there's a miscommunication. Like somebody was not being, somebody was confused about, or playing confused about, what you wanted or what, the problem was or why you and them wasn't seeing eye to eye. But this curiosity question, somebody got some type of idea in mind. They could have something new going on. Like I said, they want to talk to you about, they curious, like, if you moved on, if you got somebody new now, because they don't know if they, are free to call you right now without it getting in the way, of. I feel like somebody don't know if they, if they call you, they don't know if they're gonna be imploding like on something you've already started. If you got in, some type of connection already. But with this Page of Swords, it's like somebody, wanting to be vulnerable now. Okay. And they, maybe be open. They opening up now. They may have played games in the past, or they curious, of like what you got going on. Somebody want to talk to you because your family lied to them about something. Your family lied to them. And so it's like now, they wish they could call you right now, but they having to go around that, until they can or until they feel like, they clear, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not going to be some type of animosity, or it's not going to be some type of hostility. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they feel like this is a missed opportunity because of the miscommunication. Like there's no communication between you and them. So they do, want to converse. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that wants to reach out to you. But they, could be wanting to. This is somebody you done did a lot of, chopping it up with. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, at the same time, they may, you or this person may have felt like, we used to be able to talk about something, anything and everything, but they got something they working on or something they got some type of message about. They got some new ideas or they got something, they want to make clear, you know what I'm saying, after getting some type of mental clarity, you know what I'm saying, being fair. Like somebody want to come towards you, say something, on the chances, you know what I'm saying, of being fair, in a situation, especially when they getting some mental clarity, like somebody making, yeah, especially if they like they want to say like, hey, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? I misunderstood, exactly where you were coming from. I didn't take it to think that you meant, you were that, like it was like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was naive to think, that you wasn't serious, like you wasn't a serious type or something like that. But they wish they could talk to you because they, may have had that inability or, that lack, back in the past, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody felt like, they were the one that you saw them one way and this person may not have seen or wanted the same thing at the same time for the same reasons or something like that. But something was a miscommunication. Something was a miss. Something was a miss. What's this Page of Swords about? What are they questions for? What are they asking these questions for? Clarify the Page of Swords. Messages for Taurus. Clarify the Page of Swords. Yeah. There was some disagreement. There definitely was some unstable, some instant, like they could have had commitment issues, but they could have also, allowed them not having no self control or no self discipline, you know what I'm saying, and trying to force you to like go along with something, you know what I'm saying, and not, really say much about, being with them or being involved with them. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how some folks want you to just let them be and they still want you around. Like, don't ask me, I don't want to have to be called out for my bullshit. So let me, just be with me. You know what I'm saying? Let me be, who I am, or let me, be this unfaithful, as person, friend or lover. Let me be this way. You know what I'm saying? And just fuck with me. I like talking to you. No. You know what I'm saying? I feel like somebody wanted access to you at a time, where it was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They took that about you for granted. And now they wish they could call you and talk to you now, but they can't. They were that one person in that collaboration that wasn't working, with the other person. Like somebody was not making a focused effort to bring some type of balance. Now they curious, as to what you got going on now. Because they don't want to they want to call you right now, but they don't know if you involved with somebody right now. And they know how you are if you involved. But it was the fact that somebody, wanted to force they unhealed ways. They not, what I'm saying, like not having that self-discipline, self-control. You know what I'm saying? They may have been easily manipulated, easily convinced, easily tricked. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they dealing with people or somebody was dealing with, a vast amount of people that normally, go with the flow with them just to keep them around. And you not one of them people. You know what I'm saying? They could have refused your 2 of Cups, you know what I'm saying? And just left you with no other, reason but to, just move on. Like there was a lack of trust between you and this person. And they know it too. They know it too. A lot of broken promises, you know what I'm saying? Because their heart was closed off. Or this is yours because, child, what's the 3 of Pentacles? What's the Page of Swords? Yeah, because this person, with the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse, with this Chariot, clarifying this Page of Swords, it's like somebody lacked that direction. Like somebody didn't know what they wanted. They were very indecisive. You know what I'm saying? This person battled with their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, should I do this? Should I not do this? What if I do this and this? It's like this person, was battling, how, something would play out, just by way of thinking that they can use that as a way to control something, but they easily manipulate it. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that's, powerless. You know what I'm saying? Like they, how you see it? Like somebody feel powerless right now. Like they feel like there's nothing, it's the fact that somebody let a lot of, what they didn't have going for them, they improvised and used like manipulation, you know what I'm saying, to, force something to go in their favor. This is somebody reckless. Okay. Um, Somebody reckless, like they don't have any self-control, no self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want to go on this journey. This person, kind of stuck in the past, and want to be able to. It's like somebody saying they know, they can control something, or thinking they can control. Somebody thinking they got control of a situation when they ain't got some control of themselves. Somebody trying to force you, to, go a certain route because they don't really have any self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to be able to be responsible for my actions because you want some type of commitment from me. That means I got to be responsible. That means I got to have self-control. I don't want to have that. I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it with who I want to do it with. That's what it is. And that's why this person wish they could call you right now, because they know they were that bad ingredient. You know what I'm saying? They know they were that part of the equation that just didn't factor in. You know what I'm saying? They brought a more of an imbalance. This is a mixed fraction. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to break this down. This person, had to be humbled. What's the Page of Swords with the Chariot in reverse? Messages for Taurus. What's the Page of Swords with the Chariot in reverse? Messages for Taurus. I'm trying to call you right now. What's the Page of Swords with the Chariot in reverse? Empress in reverse. Divine Feminine in reverse. With the Five of Wands in reverse. Somebody could have felt suffocated, by, the way somebody thinks, like their beliefs. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to how they see things with this Divine Feminine in reverse, like this Empress in reverse. It's like somebody dealt with a lot of insecurities. They could have been somebody that, at one time, they overly dependent. You know what I'm saying? Like they emotionally dependent. They, financially, dependent. You know what I'm saying? Like this is somebody that'll say and you manipulate, somebody caring about them, to the point they feel like they need you to be front and center for every damn thing they got going on. It's all about them. Like they very selfish. This is somebody that wants you to, they want things to be all about them. All about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through this. I'm going through that. What I'm gonna do if I'm going through that. Where you gonna be? How you? Um. I'm going through this. I got that. This, that, and the third going on. You know what I'm saying? And somebody just felt suffocated by that. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling like they, needed, or you felt this way because this Empress in reverse is Taurus energy. Don't have to be, like I said, this could be high vibrational, low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? This could have been, you at your low, at your low moment. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. And something could have been very suffocating. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, the insecurities that somebody felt like they had to deal with when it came to, this Empress in reverse, man or woman. Somebody could have been in their feminine energy, because they were feeling, like they needed, that support. I need, everybody front and center. I'm going through this. I got that going on. Where you going to be at when I'm going through this? You know what I'm saying? I hurt my leg. So, I need your help. You know what I'm saying? I need to, where you going to be at if I call you? You going to be able to get back here in time? Like that kind of thing. It's like somebody just felt like, they were overly dependent. Somebody could, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody want to compromise. They want some type of forgiveness. You could want to compromise with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly a Leo. Could be healing right now, or they are. But it's like, somebody realized, they, may have caused some type of, hindrance on another person. Like they, put a lot on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it came to projecting. I feel like somebody did some projecting too. Now how people would try to take whatever you got going on and make their shit a whole lot worse than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting that too. What do they wish they could call and say? Messages for Taurus. Who is this? What do they wish they can call and talk about with my Taurus right now? What do they want to say? What does Taurus want to say? What does somebody want to say? What do they want to talk about? What do they want to talk about? Messages for Taurus. Yeah, somebody want to, they want some type of forgiveness. For possibly breaking your heart, for possibly, they could be healing right now, going through some type of recovery. Because the third house is 3 talks about optimism. You know what I'm saying? And this Three of Swords in reverse talks about optimism. You know, happiness, joy. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody wants to release this pain that they feeling or that they cause. You know what I'm saying? Possibly to an air sign. Or air sign, somebody could have air placements. Yeah. Three of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Somebody see now like three is a crowd. You know, there been some type of betrayal, deception, or something like that. Like somebody could have neglected like their social life. You know, they done with that, or like somebody realizing, you know, some gossip and all that came with a lot of scandal and shit. Like, you know, they realizing these people that they partying with were entertaining and shit like that, you know, really came with a lot of gossiping, you know, some animosity and shit like that. You know, it may have caused some deception, some betrayal, you know, there because somebody was so in the party like, let's go, let's do this, you know, hanging out, social events and stuff like that, you know, and not realizing how, you know, much that was going to cause some type of betrayal eventually. You know what I'm saying? How some folks can overly indulge in something because it's, you know, oh, we out partying, having a good time, you know, not realizing, you know, just how far you can go. And that ends up, you know, being a betrayal there. You know what I'm saying? You end up going too far. And now somebody's, you know, kind of solo bolo now with the Three of Cups in reverse. After dealing with somebody self-absorbed, you know what I'm saying? Clarify, clarify, child. Back up. Opening your heart to new love. Why is this in reverse? Messages for Taurus. Opening your heart to new love. Why is this in reverse? Messages for Taurus. Yeah, you could be slow doing that. Like if something is, you know, could be ending, could be going through a divorce, a separation. A marriage could be ending or something like that. Something could be ending pretty slow. Like something is like you got to go with the flow or something. Um, and it could be some postponement. It could be, you know, something that, you know, is moving slow because you're not prepared for it or something like that. You know, could just be feeling sluggish. Like things could be moving at a slow pace, you know, right now for you. You could be moving slow with doing that. Eight of Wands in reverse. Opening your heart to new love. Like something is moving slow. Something is moving at a slow pace. Or you moving slowly, you know, toward that. Sagittarius energy. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? Yeah. See, you could be, you know, like not feeling so playful no more. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody don't feel, you know, so like bored. You know what I'm saying? You could be feeling boredom or not, you know, that lack of playfulness. Like, because you could also, you know, be, you know, wanting to make new memories. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, to put the past behind you. Could be working on that with the Six of Cups in reverse. Because whatever it is, it's like being stuck in the past, thinking about, you know, I'm also getting somebody don't, I mean, they not opening your heart to new love, like you may not be doing that because somebody moved at a slow pace. Um, and it's like, by them moving at a slow pace at one time, it's like you're not interested, right now in like opening your heart to your dad anymore. You could come off as, or they come off now as somebody that's not as playful as they used to be. Like somebody at one time, that's why they wish they can call you, because somebody feels as though when they were talking to you or something like that, when you and them were, in communication, like there was, this playfulness, you know what I'm saying? They don't feel that anymore. Like somebody's heart is closed off. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like somebody's heart could be closed off, now because, of the fact that they move slow. Like they moved at a slow pace with you. You know what I'm saying? They could want to compromise now, when it comes to finding some type of solution to this conflict. Like they could be wanting to, work something out, come to some type of reconciliation, or want some reconciliation with you. Like somebody want to give up the need to control now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they were using at one time, or whatever you were using at one time, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with this Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse, like whatever you were using at one time, or whatever was being used on you, towards you at that time, take it how it resonate. It's whatever you were like before. It's like you releasing that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be generous now. You want to be able to be, reciprocate what you wasn't, what I'm saying, putting out at one time before. Like somebody wasn't opening their heart to new love, at a time, when somebody was trying to build new memories and stuff like that. So you could have, moved at a slow pace with somebody, you know what I'm saying, because your heart chakra was closed. You know what I'm saying? And stuck in the past. You know what I'm talking about? Like you didn't want to, like somebody not wanting to actually get back out. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be feeling bored right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I want who I want. And if I can't have them, I don't want nobody. It's like that. That's what I'm getting. What's the Eight of Wands? Clarify the Eight of Wands with the Six of Cups in reverse. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse with the Six of Cups in reverse? Clarify. This is for Taurus. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse with the Six of Cups in reverse? Yep. Nine of Cups in reverse. Like somebody overly indulged. Like, they put too much into what they thought, success, or what was going to bring them some type of recognition. You know what I'm saying? What they felt like was going, what success looked like to them. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody may have been focused more on, the things that they felt like was going to make them happy, or what they felt like was going to make you happy, what they felt like, they could, I don't have to, I don't want to be emotionally available. I just want to, go toward, do things, that's going to make me happy. I'm going to be over here, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be with different people, doing different things, because this person felt like, there was some boredom, there or something like that, or they feel like that now. Because this is like, underachieving, like they overindulged and stuff. So it's like this dissatisfaction with themselves now. They feel like a failure because what they thought, was going to get them this recognition, this fate, so they can feel like, I'm winning. This is like, I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? I can get this way, and I can be happy, doing this or doing that, and somebody wasn't. And they overly indulged in them things. You know what I'm saying? They could have put more into their success. You know what I'm saying? They could have focused more on their material, their image, their status and stuff like that, thinking that was going to make them happy. The more people recognize me and surround myself with these kind of people and stuff like that, that don't need me or see me, as a successful person, the more I keep developing this and that, the more successful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody keep building on their success. This is what they wanted to do. The more I keep pouring into myself, doing this, doing that, building my image, my status, the happier I'll be. And it didn't happen that way. Even if they, felt like, having other people, other options, other people that had more going on and stuff like that. It's like, now, it's the fact that they see you not, they coming up with some new idea, trying to find some other way to keep you around or some shit like that. But it's like now somebody want to take some type of action, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to their passion. Like the passion they feel for you, it didn't go nowhere. Like they may have went in these directions, but it didn't go anywhere. Like that passion that they have for you is still there. They look for it in other places. They try to find other things to indulge in. And they may have overly indulged in some things, paid, they may have went to strip club. They may have, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't enough. Confirmation train coming. But now, somebody could be recovering financially because they overly indulged. They've spent too much, you know what I'm saying? Put a whole lot of other things over, what was really important. Now somebody, need to focus, or they focusing now on what makes them happy and not thinking material wise, money wise is all it is. Like, you could have money, you know what I'm saying? But are you going to be happy and satisfied with just that? Because other people do too. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with other people that got money, they don't need to be, honest and fair and, you know what I'm saying, friendly, to you either. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dealing with each other and their heart closed off, shit. That's a hell of a circle of people to be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So, open your heart to new love, when it comes to somebody from your past. They may have, been the reason why you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Or you may have, closed your heart off, in the past to new love because, of like how things ended, you know what I'm saying, in this connection. hmm But it's like somebody wants some type of breakthrough now. They want, got new goals in mind. They got other things they want to try to achieve, you know what I'm saying, outside of them, working on their financial um recovery, you know what I'm saying? They could, having to face adversity now. They may have to ask other people for help and shit like that. When it comes to, their financial situation or their energy, now, because somebody just don't feel, they solo bolo now for real. Okay, if I paid one of your family members to reach out to you for me, they lied to me. Clarify. With the Three of Cups in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. Like somebody gave somebody too much information. They told somebody a whole bunch of shit to really just confuse them, that was really made to keep them confused so they wouldn't get this victory. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't gonna keep that Three of Cups. I'm gonna reshuffle them and see what comes out about this, because I feel like, somebody you don't talk to, or whoever this family member or family members are, it could have been more than one that got in on this conversation. Could have been an online conversation or something like that. Okay, if I paid one of your family members to reach out to you for me, they lied to me. What did they lie about? What did these family members lie about? on Taurus? What did they lie about? Tell me what they lied about. What did these family members lie about? Yeah. Came out again. 6 of Wands in reverse with the 2 of Swords in reverse. Hmm. Somebody could be a Libra, a low vibrational Libra with this 2 of Swords in reverse, and with this Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Somebody told somebody a bunch of lies about, when it came to how somebody felt it, because these family members, they feel, some type of way, that they being cut off. They don't have no communication. Like somebody, told somebody a bunch of things that really came from somebody feeling some type of way about you, Taurus. Um, Especially when it comes to them feeling like, this, like somebody feeling like another person is conceited. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this disappointment that they feel, um, because they didn't get some type of victory with you. These family members. Could be up to like 6 family members or 2. But I feel like it's, at least 2 family members, because I feel like, when it comes to somebody like trying to convince this person, you know what I'm saying, that they not going to get this victory with you, it came with a lot of communication that left somebody confused, because at the time somebody, whoever these people are, they third eye block. Like somebody is not very intuitive at all. Like somebody is in a south node, and they, kind of like made this person feel like, made this person indecisive all over again. It made this person question, whether they wanted to come towards you. Because I feel like they wanted this person, somebody to know or think that you. Because this is somebody that is very cold hearted. It's like whatever they were saying about you, this was them. These were the family member or family members. Like this was something going on with them. This is more them projecting, what who they like, what they personality, they characters like. Somebody projected, who they really are onto whoever this person is to you that comes to mind that was asking about you. Wanted them to, reach out to you, like give you some type of message. What did they want to reach out to you for? What did they want to reach out to my Taurus for? What did they want to reach out to Taurus for? They asked, what did they ask? these family members to tell Taurus? What did they take these family members to tell Taurus? Like somebody, listen, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, you got what you need. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you got what you need. I got money. I got this. I got that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, you know what I'm saying? It's like saying, I don't want that person for money or, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know, what I need. I just don't have that person. Tell that person it ain't about their money. It ain't about, you know, what they do or don't have. You know what I'm saying? I got that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, you know, if, you know, they still interested. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody told somebody, look, you're going to be weighed down with them. You know what I'm saying? That person, you know, got this and that going on. And, you know, they done closed their heart off to new love. You know what I'm saying? They feel like this. They like that. They got other options. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody lied. Especially if they told this person this and they went and did what they did. You know what I'm saying? When they came to them with this nine of cups. Because I feel like somebody did something hastily. But this Ten of Pentacles in reverse is like somebody, you know, having, you know, financially, they got what they need. They stable. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, I just don't, they feel like there's something still missing. Or somebody try to tell this person that you didn't have something like you know, you get with this person, you ain't gonna have shit. Like this person gonna, you know, use you for your money. They gonna use you for this or that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like somebody, this person brought up shit about like family conflicts and shit, like, you know, or like this person being unstable or bringing up, you know, your instability and stuff like that. You know how you gonna have them like this and how you done lost your home. Or they used to stay with us at one time, man. You gonna be this, and this. Like somebody, they lied to this person. They lied to me. Like somebody told them that they were, you know, you was down and out. You know what I'm saying? You was gonna burden this person. You know, you was gonna use them to get this and get that. You ain't, you know, cause a lot of instability. Gonna cause them to lose their house, their car. You know, stuff like that. Oh, they ain't got no house. They ain't got no car. You know, all kind of shit. You ain't got nowhere to stay. Child. Somebody wanted this person, they wanted, you know, these family members wanted people to think that you was going to use them or somebody was going to use you. Or they was using you. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tried to tell this person that you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you wanted them to tell somebody, whatever somebody wanted the message to come across to you as, like they told them something else that was a lie about you. And it was about, you know, stability. They gave them a whole lot of goddamn information, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't even ask for. It's like, you know, people just, you know, firing off, telling this, talking about that past shit. It's a lot of past shit. What else did these family members lie about? Messages for Taurus, what else did they lie about? What were these lies about? Messages for Taurus. Magician in reverse. What's the magician in reverse? These lies about. It's the Magician in reverse. What are they saying they lying about? These people lied about on Taurus. What were these lies about on Taurus? What were these lies about dealing with Taurus? It's the Magician in reverse. Yeah, like miscommunication. Or somebody being blocked, like I said, somebody don't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to these people. It could be a low vibrational Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And see, somebody could not manifest you back in because the universe got them blocked, had them blocked. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with this Magician in reverse, like somebody, was blocked by the universe. And somebody reached out, to some family members, to get across, to you. But this is about, a miscommunication, like somebody was not able to communicate with another person, or other people because they were not seeing things. Somebody was like trying to keep somebody confused so they wouldn't make a decision, that they wouldn't make a sound decision in something. So it's like, somebody ended up getting some miscommunication because somebody wanted to, say that telling this person a lot of lies and trickery, that they trying to say, family members were trying to say that, somebody was doing toward them, like, listen, this person, they on the fuckery, you know what I'm saying? They be, like somebody using, their gifts for dark, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be telling somebody like they do certain shit, you know what I'm saying? But these are the family members. These family members do, you know what I'm saying, probably do some type of dark divination or some shit at the end of that. But it's like somebody projecting, like they saying somebody else is doing this, to them. You know what I'm saying? Creating illusions, or they use their gifts, or like somebody got some dark gifts about them or some shit like that. Like try to get this person like a false perception of how somebody is. And somebody, went to thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know what direction to go in. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody didn't know the truth. They were blocked, or their intuition, they questioned it. At the same time, I feel like somebody was not using a voice. You know what I'm saying? They may have been trying to get somebody, to manifest something. The message somebody tried to give somebody, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the message somebody tried to give towards you, or the message you try to send to somebody else, is like somebody spoke something over what you wanted. Whatever you wanted with another person, they spoke something ill, negative, dark over it to cause you some type of confusion. Ace of Swords in reverse. Somebody used their gifts for dark. Whoever these family members is that you paid to give some type of message, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody paid somebody to give some type of message to you. These family members that, may have gotten in touch with somebody from your past or something like that was trying to reach out to you, or vice versa. You try to reach out to somebody, family members will get a message across to somebody, and they play around in some black magic. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they did something to cause like a confusion, you know what I'm saying, to make you confused, like creating illusions, like wanting you to see something and think of something this way. And that's where that miscommunication came in at, where it's, caused you to not be decisive. You know what I'm saying? So now 5 of Cups in reverse with the 3 of Wands. Yeah. Telling you like now it's like some type of recovery, like, wanting to restore some type of, hope and happiness, to return, like wanting that to be something that, you could heal things between you and this person and get back to where y'all, can work things out and get past this. You know what I'm saying? After learning a huge lesson, 3 of Wands. Like, now getting all this information, now to know, okay, I learned my lesson from that. You know what I'm saying? Not to, how people say, don't, what's that song? Don't ask my neighbor, come to me. Don't be afraid of what you see. You'll find I love you. I forgot who sang that song, but yeah, especially when, if somebody Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody was afraid of being vulnerable and shit with the Page of Cups in reverse, like somebody had vulnerability issues, like, what I'm saying, like that immaturity, somebody was envious. Could have been envious, but I feel like, it was also somebody had vulnerability issues. Like somebody was afraid of being vulnerable. And it was like, I don't want to go toward that person if they gonna reject me. I don't want to tell that person how I feel about them and they got somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But shit, at the end of the day, if you play games, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And even if you don't really tell somebody, with the moon in reverse, which your emotions really are, that's your loss. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody else's loss if they, want to go the rest of their life with how they really feel about you and never telling you. That's them. That's on them. That's their conscience. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna put age spots and shit like that in their face. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make their ass look older than what they is. Cause they weighing themselves down with the stuff that they won't free themselves from. Say what that is. Take your ass on. That person ain't gotta be with you, and you ain't gotta be with them. But if you really feel something for them, tell them. I mean, it ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna make or break you, and it may do your heart and your health a whole lot of justice if you do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself through something just because, your pride and your ego, gets in the way. Because some people miss out on the greatest, gifts, in life because they worried about what other people going to say because they did this, or how people going to feel about them and treat them because they decided to do this, or they decided to go that route, or I decided, to marry this person or date this person. They ain't got to live with that person, you do. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, somebody, 5 of Cups in reverse, somebody won't hope to return, from the past. Somebody want to achieve some type of peace. You know what I'm saying? After learning, these lessons about, how being vulnerable, they vulnerability and being envious of other people, you know what I'm saying? Or trying to keep your emotions, about somebody, bottled up. You know what I'm saying? Like, or not wanting to, be emotionally available to people. You know what I'm saying? To avoid towers and avoid them asking, for a 2 of Cups. You know what I'm saying? It's like people not wanting to be, oh man, I don't want to, make them love me and then they want to be with me and then I don't, This is a runner. Or you were a runner. Somebody was a runner. But there's some family members, like I said, that no, you don't talk to them. There's not a whole lot they could tell, this past person, or there was not a whole lot these family members could have told you, especially the truth, because these are family members that done got cut off. That's, ain't on their spiritual path. They in their south node, and probably was in their south node when you was in your south, node or whatever. Or they talking about your past person, when they was in their south node, just to keep you from, you know, going towards them, giving them some type of offer. And you may have fell for that shit and went and did what you did and been the way you was toward that person. You know what I'm saying? Or take it how it resonate. But I'm going to end it here. Make sure you guys do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. The entire reading may not resonate with you at all, Taurus. But hey, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, thank you for being here. Sending you guys love and light. Until next time, I love you. Bye.